Christopher Greene here. God bless each and every one of you tuning in. Massive year-end warning. This is a huge video. Please like and share it. I certainly appreciate it. It's up to you to get the truth out to the American public and freedom fighters worldwide. What's coming is going to be very severe. I'm going to get all of you ready for it, explain to you exactly what I think is going to happen in 2024, and it is urgent that you get your ducks in a row now and get super prepared in more ways than one. Spiritually, that's number one. Get right with God. Get right with Jesus Christ, the King. Secondly, get your money right. We have a major economic financial collapse on the horizon. I'm expecting over 300 banks and financial institutions to collapse in 2024. We're going to see more banks go to zero, like Signature, Silicon Valley, Credit Suisse. The list goes on. And I'm not the only one saying this. There are many prognosticators, economists warning of a total meltdown as a result of the policies we've seen at the central bank. Now that they're cutting rates in 2024, it's going to stoke massive hyperinflation. But we know all that. I think most of you kind of understand that the dollar's worthless and that it's trash, and that it's been going to zero and inflated because it's not backed by anything, and you need to move your money into real assets, something with certainty, something that's absolutely stable, and it's going to well exceed what we're currently experiencing. A reminder, and I'm going to talk about crypto today as well. Again, not financial advice. Read my terms and disclaimer. You must be registered at school. It is 100% certain that you need to be registered at islandprojectclub.com. I'll include a link in a minute. We just got some super cool new hats. I've got them in all colors. I'm sending them out to members around the world. Make sure you subscribe to that. It's a $1,500 fee. I'm doing full portfolio breakdowns, everything that you need to know, what to buy in the crypto space, what I think is going to pump next. I'm doing a full breakdown review just a couple days ago on Jesus Coin, which congratulations to all of you tuning in. We just had new millionaires actually minted today. I'm going to talk about that. One of the beautiful upsides of people doing good in the world and offering solutions, which is what I'm all about. Everything I do with the Island Project, everything I'm doing at the club. So make sure you register and get in, as well as book a call with me. I've got like 5 or 6 phone calls that I'm doing later today. But as we close out the end of the year, and this is the time to, get right, get physically healthy too. Improve your diet. I'm doing little things too. The little things matter. One thing I did recently is just give up coffee. I'm drinking tea and I feel light years better for whatever reason. It might just be me. But a healthy diet, get lots of sleep, lots of rest, take care of yourself. And also I'm just going to encourage you to spend, as much valuable time that you can with friends and family this holiday season as well, and take it in, because who knows? This might be your last. The way the world is going, I'm expecting the worst of the worst. We have a impending doom election coming up, which I think is going to be absolutely tyrannical, total chaos, worse than anything we've ever seen, worse than January 6th, worse than the showdowns and meltdowns that we've seen from both political parties. So let me go over the details. I'm going to get into some crypto. So new virulent V's regarding this thing are now spreading. Okay, so that's coming again too. I told you, I think there's going to be more lockdowns. In fact, that's a guarantee. It didn't just end with the first one. That was just a preparatory phase to get everybody conditioned and to realize that they were going to do it again. It's like Pavlov's dog. They ring the bell, they create the fear and the panic and the hysteria, and they shut down the entire world so that they can do it again. So that's coming. In addition to that, there's been major developments in the Ukrainian war, which the United States government is losing by design, which I told you this. I predicted the invasion of Ukraine long before it happened. I've talked about Ukraine, how it would be invaded and annexed for years. That prediction came true when many people didn't think that it would. Now, as they're in the frigid winter once again, which was when the invasion started, Russia has a tremendous advantage. Also, the support in the West, just like we expected, is weakening. U.S. taxpayers are tremendously pissed off at their government for being so wasteful and wasting billions and billions of dollars supporting an actor in the name of Vladimir Zelensky in a non-NATO country, and then wasting all kinds of human lives. So you have that political scandal also occurring. In addition to Joe Biden's presidential rating sinking into the toilet, into the gutter like a turd of a mere 30%. It's like 30, 35% now. So the American people, this is the great news though. The American people are waking up to the scam. The American people realize now that they're being hosed. The American people realize that their taxpayer funds are going to wars that they don't even support. And they realize that these policies at the central bank are actually stoking, by design and with intention, collapsing the system and then hyperinflating the debt and currency so that the elites can do what I always told you that they were going to do. Reset it. Reset the system. That's the term they've even devised and used because it was always the plan. I've told you for several decades now, the plan was never to pay back the debt. It was never to do the right thing or stop spending like a drunken sailor. Their plan was to transfer all the wealth to themselves, to the oligarchs, the major financial institutions, and the billionaires. The same one on Jeffrey Epstein's jet going to that little island and doing God knows what. You know, the Bill Gates of the world and major politicians and all the people that govern and run society. Their goal was to transfer all the wealth to themselves, collapse the system, and then break and change the rules. Case in point, it is now, in my opinion, 100% certainty that BlackRock will get the stamp of approval by U.S. officials for their Bitcoin ETF in the coming days. This means Bitcoin and all crypto is set to pump again to new all-time records. So let's talk about that. So we have the war in Ukraine that's being lost. The other major development, my major call in 2024, will be China's attack and imminent invasion of Taiwan, of which they will take by force, secure the semiconductor trade, and of course the new order, along with the BRICS nations, as they collapse the United States, replace the petrodollar with the new oil, which is computer chips and semiconductors, and of course blockchain technology. It used to be that we were on an oil reserve standard. Now, of course, we're on a blockchain standard. So this is a massive warning, guys. It's completely up to you to share this video, to like it, to get it up to 1,000x plus likes, 10,000x plus likes, and warn your friends and family because, you know, a lot of the times I think people think I'm joking or kidding, and I'm not at all. I would say 99.9% of most of my predictions have come true. Whether or not this was the advent of social media, e-commerce, my recommendation, not financial advice, to buy Bitcoin under 1,000, all the latest developments in tokenized fractional real estate, which I'm working on 24/7, my predictions at school. I mean, I remember when I first recommended Jesus Coin, which I'm going to talk about here in a minute, and I told, not financial advice, all my friends and family to buy it, all my friends here in Maui to buy it, and a lot of people were like, "Are you serious? Should I, like, are you kidding?" And I just deadpan them every time. No, I never joke. I never joke. So let's talk about that. I want to talk about the tremendous success. I believe Jesus Coin is going to 1 billion, 10 billion plus very soon. I have a target on it of 77.7 billion plus USD equivalent. It is metrics of its network growth and its wallet holders is now 10x since my recommendation under 500,000 market cap. Jesus Coin is now up 120x since I recommended it at islandprojectclub.com. That's my school. People want to know, what do they get at school? Well, you might become a millionaire like the ones I'm just going to congratulate now and list publicly for the first time. So, of course, all of this is trackable. A lot of you need evidence and facts, and I'm a fact-based oriented person. So let's pull this up. Let's go to Etherscan together. Jesus Coin Etherscan, and let's take a look at the wallet holder distribution as it sits today and congratulate all the new Jesus Coin millionaires, many of them that are at my school that got in early before everybody else and actually, you know, took matters into their own hands and provided a real world solution to their own lives. Links below, another reason again to subscribe to the club. So on the 25th, 2023, Jesus Coin is burning 80% of its total token supply. That's going to be huge. Typically, that's reverse. That's basically reverse shrinkage into a pump, essentially, is what that is. Like if you compare it to the dollar's printed to infinity, backed by nothing but war, and what you're seeing in Ukraine and Israel right now. and it's hyperinflating, which is why your home prices have tripled. And BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard are going to own 70% of all single-family homes by 2030, which is their agenda that they've even said themselves. I mean, they publicize what they're going to do versus a deflationary technology and coin that's spreading the life of Jesus and the saving grace and salvation of Jesus with crypto church 7 days a week and minting people multimillionaires. So let's go through this list. We have several dozen new millionaires, and I think the top wallet holders are actually going, we're going to see them at 10 million plus very, very soon, because this is all going to 10x and then 10x again. Let's take a look here. The highest wallet account now has near $1.7 million in Jesus coin. The second wallet has 1.4 million USD. The next one has 1.4. The next one has 1.38, almost 1.4. The next wallet has 1 million, 1.1, a million, 750, 700,000, 700,000, 500,000. I actually had a great call. One of my club members who got super rich in Jesus coin just the other day. He's still a long-term hodler, as we all are. We love Jesus, and we're spreading the gospel. In fact, I will be doing a live Crypto Church broadcast very, very soon. So stay tuned with that. And we're going to just be having an incredible Christmas, an incredible New Year with all these alternatives and everything that I keep telling you about on a daily basis. But I had a great call with, I say a young kid, I'm 42. He's in his 20s. Well, he bought Jesus coin. He's a member of my school really early. And he's made hundreds of thousands of dollars. I won't give his name. And he just paid off all of his credit card debt. And he invested $70,000 into his business that he started not too long ago, which is having a lot of success. He's in the ski industry. And you know who you are. And in addition to that, is still hodling a huge bag. Like, these are the stories that people, this should be and will be on CNBC. God told me that CNBC will be doing an exclusive on Jesus coin because, number one, Jesus is the talk of the town. Jesus is number one. It's Christmas. It's all about Jesus. And there's not a better story in a dark, depressed world as we see it now than the crazy success of believers saying and preaching the name of Christ worldwide. I mean, this is why I originally got involved in it, because I just love the fact that this is culture defying and just changing the ball game in the crypto space. Jesus, of course, hung out with the sinners. He hung out not with the rich people. He hung out with the sinners and the drug dealers, and he hung out with the money changers and the prostitutes. I mean, that was the testimony in the life of Jesus Christ. As I've always said, to think he's not a degen in crypto, using his will and power to bring people to the Lord is to be a fool and ignorant, because Jesus is everywhere. And so he's absolutely just killing it right now, and I just love it so much. So new minted millionaires, 80% burn, absolutely insane. And to top all of that off, a guarantee that BlackRock will now be selling the general public Bitcoin ETFs. Now remember, these are the same companies that told you not to buy Bitcoin. And if you listen to them, you're still broke. If you listen to me, you're rich now, because I told you to buy Bitcoin, not financial advice, under 1,000. I've been right about it all. And so, I say it jokingly, but it's like, where are the apologies for all the people that have continued to be wrong? Because facts are facts, folks. Cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is the number one opportunity of the new decade and the new century, because it's all part of the plan of the global reset as they force everyone into CBDCs, which I want no part of. It's why I own Jesus coin and Bitcoin and unconfiscatable assets. And it's why I own high-end, high-dollar real estate that most people can't afford. It's why I've democratized access to all of it and democratize all of our education at school, because this is the one space where you can get ahead, where there's not barriers to entry limiting your ability to go out and make money, improve your life, change your life, prep, get stronger, and take control, again, in a world that is being seized and collapsing. So I'm extremely bullish as we hit the end of the year. I've released also many other crypto picks recently. So make sure you go watch my video at islandprojectclub.com. If there's one thing you do, subscribe to islandprojectclub.com now. Also, give my dad a call, Papa John Magnum, 808-442-2934, 808-442-2934. Visit us at islandprojectmaui.com. That's islandprojectmaui.com, the #1 real estate company in the world for the best high-end assets and real estate assets that we are actively purchasing and buying. In fact, I'm about to close on 2 new properties very soon. Learn about that. Visit our real estate company, islandprojectmaui.com, and or call Papa John. And also learn about the new innovative technologies and the #1 trend of real-world assets being fractionalized. That's the biggest thing that we're seeing right now in the real estate space. You can also see all of our available listings for sale, and you can have a private conversation with my father, and you can learn more. So make sure to do that. All these bad things are happening worldwide. It is their plan. And this is what I'm just trying to express to you. This is what they've designed. And they're always going to use a crisis as their excuse for more surveillance, tyranny, and the police state that they've been designing for everybody. You know, people thought I was crazy when I told them that they were going to be locked in their house in 2020 and forced to wear face masks, prohibited to travel, and that there would be massive hysteria and panic worldwide. People said I was crazy to even say that. Well, I actually took my own advice and got out of town and got ready and prepared and then warned the entire world. In fact, they even took some of my clips and put it on Fox News during the event of the lockdowns in 2020. It was all over Fox. We had, record sales of bug out bags and food storage and supplies. And, that was when people were panicking with toilet paper and, your grandma was freaking out and, people were told not even to go to church, and then all small businesses, of course, were forced to close because governments just said they don't care about you, and, it's only the oligarchs that can stay open. I mean, everything I've ever told you guys is the truth. Everything, every video that I've ever done is the absolute hardcore truth. But the problem is a lot of people don't want to believe it, because to believe the truth and to see it for what it is means that your old system and way of life is going away. And again, that's the whole program. The reason why the elites have introduced AI, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, and the global reset is to transform and transition, break the old rules and old system to set the tone for their new one. Nothing's changed in thousands of years. We're still all ruled by kings and queens. That's just how the world works. There is no freedom. We saw the Constitution eviscerated in 2020, and we've seen it eviscerated along with the Bill of Rights continually. Unless you're looking for alternatives, unless you're staying positive, unless you're enrolling at the club and getting in, I honestly don't know what to tell you, because 2024 will be worst case scenarios playing out with the backdrop of a total war. Again, I also believe that the United States will be at direct conflict with Russia in 2024, not just indirect. The United States is already funding and arming on the ground the Ukrainian army. And they're already doing all that with weapons and everything else. So it's indirect warfare now. And now is a part of the others, these other key players like China and the rest of the BRICS taking charge. The United States has really nothing else to lose but to continue to deplete its resource base, its assets, and essentially spend so much money that it collapses the system so they can give you their solution. Like, it's so easy to understand. It always blew my mind that people couldn't see this a decade ago and see the truth and separate the fact from fiction from what it truly is. So anyways, I don't want to go on too much of a tangent. I've got a busy day today. I've got a ton of calls to make, but I just wanted to create this video, share with you what I see coming, congratulate everyone on their enormous, tremendous success. And, I'm your general. I'm General Greene, General Diamond Nuts. You're welcome. I'm a one of a kind. I'm a controversial figure. But as you'll find, as you follow me decades and decades. I mean, I was the first person on social media ever. People thought it was crazy that I thought social media would be as big as it was. You'll find over time that I'm 100% right. What always I find frustrating, though, is that a lot of you wait when you all could have gotten ahead. Like, why not really listen to what I'm saying and take enormous action and improve your own life? Who knows? Maybe you're the next Jesus Coin millionaire. Maybe you're the next islandprojectclub.com millionaire. I'm not joking around. I'm not fooling around. I'm making people rich, spiritually rich, economically, financially rich, rich in their businesses, rich in their relationships, and I'm making them super healthy. 1,000 freaking X. Actions speak louder than words. And I'm also preaching the holy gospel of Jesus Christ to millions of people around the freaking world. 1,000 freaking X, baby! 1,000 freaking X! To the moon! Anyways, I love you guys. Just kind of a cheery message today. I'll have more updates soon. Hit the club now. Go to islandprojectclub.com. That's islandprojectclub.com. Links up here, down here. Make sure you register. Only 15 are going to get in as we close out the end of the month for phone calls, etc. I'll see you there.